Based in the castle town of Corfe in Dorset, coppersmith Ted Edley has an enviable reputation for artistic restoration. Today he's meeting dealer Karen Sparks, who's found an item she's had sent on ahead.
It's a great bit of British engineering. It's from the 1950s and it's very, very large. It is a truly wonderful English piece.
Never quite know with Karen. I mean, she generally deals with sort of mid-century stuff, and she's got a really, really good eye for saving things that are in a quite a poorly way, shall we say.
Hello, Ted.
Hello, Karen. How you doing?
Nice to see you again. Yeah, very good.
Well, it's here.
Yeah, it is big.
It certainly sounds metallic.
Yeah, I've bought you everything apart from a kitchen sink, but that may have changed.
Right, OK, well, there's a clue. Should we have a look?
Yeah. Literally. Kitchen sink.
What have you bought?
It's seen better days.
Yeah.
Looks like it's fallen off the back of a lorry. But it was found in a barn in the West Country, and
Right.
these things need saving.
I mean, it looks American.
It does look American, but it's English. It was made in the 1950s, and this is actually quite a special thing. These were made by a company that used to produce aircraft pieces in the war.
English Rose kitchen units were designed in the late 40s by Warwick-based Constant Speed Air Screws Limited, a company that originally manufactured aircraft parts during World War II. Built using surplus wartime aluminium, the English Rose brand grew in reputation and was seen in homes across the country. Today, these units are hard to come by and are considered a desirable design classic.
We've got a little bit of damage. I mean, this door doesn't shut, and this
Yeah.
drawer doesn't even
But that's
open,
nothing that
and-
you can't fix.
I'm glad you think so.
That's why it's come to you.
So, I mean, we have the potential to have a little bit of fun with it, do we?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like it to be a bit more punchy.
We can strip it back to its bare material.
Yeah.
If it is aluminium, we went for a bare aluminium with a lacquer over it.
Like that idea.
Now, the top, now it's had stuff dropping on it, and essentially it's a stainless steel sink unit.
You could ditch that as far as I'm concerned. I'd like it to be a lot more bespoke, this piece.
Copper top.
Oh, I love a bit of copper.
Copper drainer this side with a piece of timber in that side. We can go for a patinated finish, maybe hammered along the front, patinate the rest of it with a polished sink.
Oh, yeah.
It's got potential to be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff. All right, so, I mean, what did you pay for it?
350 quid.
OK, it's not too bad. I mean, there is a lot of work.
But I think if we make it really something special, it stands alone and it could be worth a lot more money. And you're an artist, so I'm going to let you run with it, Ted. Just come up with something a little bit special.
Well, leave it with me then, and I'll see if I can ruin it.
All right.
Good to see you, Karen.
Take care.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's quite a challenge to this because the aesthetic's got to be right. The bits have got to sit seamlessly together.
With Karen gone, the first thing Ted wants is a good butcher's at the frame.
So what I'm going to need to do next is actually pull it all apart. Hey. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, that's heavy. Now that's out of the way, we can have a really good look at what we got. It looks to be in pretty good condition. However, there are quite a few areas of damage. This is buckled, this has been pushed down. We got dents, we got creases, sort of twisting, buckling. The aluminium on the side is really, really heavily corroded. The runners, each one of those is just bent and almost completely destroyed. This is going to take some time, I think.
In Dorset, coppersmith Ted is getting hands-on with an English Rose kitchen sink unit made in the 1950s by a British company who normally make nose cones for Spitfires.
You can see these guys used to make aeroplane parts. It's very aircraft.
The aircraft-grade aluminium carcassing has largely managed to fight off rust, but has somehow got horribly bent.
There's quite a lot of damage to the actual core structure itself. We got bent shelves, bent framework. This is certainly showing showing all its battle scars on its sleeve. First thing is we're just going to give it a bit of a push, very gently. And then it's the same on the back. Just push it down. Now what we've got here is that still got a bow to it because this area is stretched. So I need to put it in the shrinker and just bring that straight. Just ever so gently. These jaws in the shrinker, what they do is they grab hold of the metal and they just push it together. And being aluminium, it's nice and soft, so you've got to be really, really gentle. That's better. We've still got this ever such a slight bow to it. So what I need to do is I need to put some stretch back into this. Ever so simple. Just hit it with a hammer. That top edge is now nice and straight. So that is now much improved. One down, 3 to go. Karen has specified that this needs to be quite high end. We're going right to the top of the market. We want to lose all the damage, all the dings, all the dents. We want to make it look really, really good. It's really important that I straighten everything out and get it absolutely bang on. This is quite a critical process with this particular job. Do you know, I use this loads, and that is a piece of an old tow bar. Absolutely brilliant. Once you get it nice and straight, it gives you a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Now, all of the framework, everything's all straight. It's sink next, which is going to be fabricated from scratch. So this is where I have to really get my thinking.
Coppersmith Ted is making steady progress on Karen's vintage English Rose sink unit. Having made good the base, it's time to get creative.
The real wow factor of this is going to be the top.
He's using sheet copper to fashion a bespoke new sink that should give dealer Karen what she wants.
Now this piece here, this is going to be the base of our sink. I'm not working to any particular pattern, I'm not working to any kind of shape or former, it's just... I've never thought I'd hear myself say the words, I'm freestyling a sink.
The new copper piece is wobbly and weak, so to add some strength and tension, Ted takes it to his wheeling machine.
So what we're doing, just passing it backwards and forwards. And what this is doing, because the two wheels are pressing close together, it's actually just stretching the material. And of course, when you stretch it, it brings it up. Let's just have him out and see where we're at. You see that? You see that's just starting to tighten up. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, that's good. We've got just a gentle curve. We don't want loads, just tension in the material and just so that the water will run out of it.
Using a guillotine, Ted trims the copper to size. And cuts round corners.
Now, I just want to clamp it on and just go around with a hammer and dolly.
He curves up the sides to create a contact area for soldering the top to the base.
Not turning it loads, just a little bit of a sweep up. Next thing I need to do is I'm going to drill a smallish hole in the middle where the plug hole's going to go. And what I need to do is I need to create a recess in there for the actual waste to sit down in. My plug hole installation tool, otherwise known as an old brake disc. Fortunately, it's of roughly the sort of size that we're after. Now again, I've got another sort of bit of tooling that I made up, and that we shall use just for finishing it off. So now we've got our recess for the plug, and we've got a nice hollow in it, so the water will run down and out. It's good. It's just exactly what we want.
The last job is to form the
Nearly there. It's almost kind of like massaging it. Goes like that. That's got it to where I want it to be. It's home stretch, solder the bottom in, and we're good to go. So they always look lovely with all the reflections on the inside. Really nice.
Dorset metalworker Ted Edley is in the final stages of restoring an English Rose kitchen sink unit for dealer Karen. Having created a copper sink, he's now fabricating a matching draining board using a swaging machine to create the grooves.
So I just wheel it on through, hopefully keeping it relatively straight without any too many wobbles. You have to really concentrate because it's so easy to lose the line. And if you lose your line, you're going to end up with a wobbly draining board. There we are. Good. So what we got, I've got this piece of tube that I can tap down and then just form a nice rounded end on each one of the swages. Those little finishing touches just make the job better. Now it's just straight onto the folding machine and just fold the edges up. Up it comes. There we have one draining board.
All that is left to do is to strip the rest of the base unit back to reveal the original aluminium.
So really good progress. The overall effect is great. Really, really happy with it. It's going to look nice. The copper, the aluminium, they sit very nicely together. Just got to do the rest of it now.
A few days later, an antiques dealer Karen is back in Corfe to see how Ted has got on with her English Rose kitchen sink.
There's always an element of nerves involved because you never quite know whether you've got it right or not. You might take the sheet off, she might run out of the workshop screaming. I don't know, who knows?
Hiya, Ted.
Hello, Karen. You all right?
Good, yeah, very good. I've been quite excited about this.
All right, should we get it over with?
Yes, please.
Come on, then.
Oh, my God. Ted, that's absolutely stunning. I love it. I really, really, really love it. I don't know what I envisaged, but it was not this. It's beautiful.
Bit of a change.
It still looks like English Rose, but it absolutely pings. It's really got attitude. I love it.
When Ted received this vintage aluminium kitchen unit, it was so full of dings and dents that the drawers and doors couldn't close. The sink top was original, but dull and uninspiring. Through a mixture of force and artistry, Ted has brought this mid-20th century piece of design into vivid new life. He straightened the carcass so the doors and drawers work again. He stripped off the chipped paint to show the aluminium splendour. And he has created a new sink and drainer in copper and a countertop of wood. That means this English Rose is blooming again.
I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. I mean, I've seen a few English Rose kitchens in my life, but nothing as spectacular as that.
It's bare alley. We took it back down to the bare aluminium and gave it a coat of lacquer.
It's absolutely beautiful. This is incredible. It's like marble.
That's copper under there. All the metalwork on the top is copper. This is just done with the catenating fluids.
I mean, that sink is absolutely incredible. The sheen on it. And actually, look at the curves. It's very tactile.
And if we look inside, everything has been completely refurbed, repainted.
Gee.
Everything opens and closes.
Oh, it's smooth, it moves. This thing was so rickety. Lavished a lot of hours. You can see that.
Yeah, it's been a bit of time.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I can see this kind of thing being in a flat, somewhere in a very small space.
I did kind of wonder maybe sort of shepherd's hut, canal boat even.
That's another idea.
Yeah.
Actually, even part of a English Rose kitchen. I mean, the thing cost me 350 quid. It's got to be worth £2,500, £3,000. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous. It's a piece of art.
Cool. So if I get it wrapped up, you want to get a courier, come and take it away?
Yeah, plus it's not going to fit in the car.
What, not even sideways?
Yeah, no. He is a genius at what he does. He always surprises me. I just like the way I can sort of light the match, set him off, and off he goes, and he comes back with something that's incredible.
Now that's out of the way, we can have a really good look at what we got. It looks to be in pretty good condition. However, there are quite a few areas of damage. This is buckled, this has been pushed down. We got dents, we got creases, sort of twisting, buckling. The aluminium on the side is really, really heavily corroded. The runners, each one of those is just bent and almost completely destroyed. This is going to take some time, I think.
In Dorset, Coppersmith Ted is getting hands-on with an English Rose kitchen sink unit made in the 1950s by a British company who normally make nose cones for Spitfires.
You can see these guys used to make aeroplane parts. It's very aircraft.
The aircraft-grade aluminium carcassing has largely managed to fight off rust, but has somehow got horribly bent.
There's quite a lot of damage to the actual core structure itself. We got bent shelves, bent framework. This is certainly showing showing all its battle scars on its sleeve. First thing is we're just going to give it a bit of a push, very gently, and then it's the same on the back. Just push it down. Now what we've got here is that it's still got a bow to it because this area is stretched, so I need to put it in the shrinker and just bring that straight. Just ever so